Hello everybody, welcome back to another stupendous episode of Guapish. As always, I'm your Captain Nico, and today I'm being joined by my first mate, Tanner.
Oh boy, he's gonna make me walk the plank.
Oh no sir, that's the job of our designated plank walker, Jackson.
I'm already dead, frankly. I'm in Davy Jones' locker.
And we've of course also got our scurvy-ridden scallywag, Dylan.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum and all that good shit.
That's right, folks, and today we have a very fun quiz for you ready here. As you can see, I have gone through the effort of making a whole-ass PowerPoint presentation for you guys for all your visually stimulating pleasure. So, let's just go ahead and get right into it here real quick. I even made a cute little video for you guys.
Oh no.
Are you ready? Now, if you know the words, please sing along.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, Captain. Oh my god, I
Very
was right.
funny.
Tanner, you did it! It is a One Piece quiz! We're finally doing it! The One Piece quiz is here. Now, of course, I'm fully aware, you guys know next to nothing about the series that is One Piece, so I'm not just going to be asking a bunch of basic questions about, like, what's a devil fruit? No, of course not. All of the questions in this quiz will basically be just a lot of weird, dumb shit that happened within the manga, and as a result, I will have multiple choice questions for you guys to answer here yet again. Whoever buzzes in first and gets it correct gets 3 points. Second, 2 points. Whoever is last gets 1 point. If no one gets it, no points for any of you. Are you ready here?
Yes,
Yayo,
sir.
yayo.
Fantastic. Love the spirit, Dylan, because that'll give you 1 point to start off with.
Let's go.
That's not a joke either. I actually gave him 1 point. You guys
Let's
better
go.
you guys better get in the fucking game here.
Dude, the 1 point is real?
Oh yeah.
Question number 1. Tanner, I'm also giving you 1 point for that. Good job, dude. Good job. Question number 1 here. Let's meet the crew first, of course. So, this is going to be the most basic question of the quiz. Question number 1. Who is the author of One Piece? Is it Jackson? Who do you think it is?
Ichiro Oda.
Good job.
What?
Congrats, you're getting 3 points right there.
Holy cow.
Maybe it was Kentaro Mirai, though.
That's not
All right.
fair.
Or
I didn't get to see
Sakurai.
all the names.
That's the point, Dylan. Question number 2. What is the first thing we witness Luffy do in the story as he attempts to prove he's tough enough to join a pirate crew? Is it jam a gun in his mouth, burn down an orphanage, stab himself in the face? Jackson?
Stab himself in the face.
Congrats! Good
Oh,
job.
no.
That is, in fact, what he does.
I
That
should
guy's
have
a
buzzed
fucking
Damn, I
in.
read
psycho.
this one too.
Yeah. That's where he gets the iconic scar.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Question number 3. Each of the Straw Hat Pirates has a horrifically tragic backstory. What is Zoro's? Is it Pirates murdered Jackson?
One of his friends fell down the stairs.
Dude, good job. His best friend died falling down the stairs.
I have a feeling I'm not gonna do so hot on this quiz.
Luckily, Dylan, Jackson's only read the first, arc of One Piece. After these initial questions, he's fucked.
It doesn't matter. He's gonna accumulate all of his points in the beginning, and then we'll be fucked for the rest of it.
Yeah, he's gonna steamroll after that.
Damn.
Alright, question number 4. Despite Sanji not possessing a devil fruit, he is still capable of lighting his legs on fire, and it does not hurt him either.
Damn it! I was gonna answer this when I
Tanner.
knew it.
Why is this?
Isn't it like, something stupid like the power of love, right? His burning passion or whatever.
You know, that's close enough, I'll give it to you.
Damn it! I knew
Hot
that.
damn.
I asked that during one of the movies.
Yeah. The correct answer is, while the flames may burn hot, his heart burns hotter.
Right, yeah.
Aww.
Question 5. What does Nami do to pull off her special move, the happiness punch? Is it expose her breasts, fit the joy and hope of her friends within her hand and use it to deliver a devastating blow, fist her opponent, or deliver a swift kick? Jackson.
It has to be deliver a swift kick, right?
No, I'm sorry, but that's incorrect.
Damn it.
Tanner.
I'll go fist her opponent.
Incorrect.
Damn
Dylan,
it.
do you know what it is?
Dude, it's exposed her breasts, obviously.
Congrats! That's
Let's
correct.
go.
God
Really?
damn it. That
Dude,
one
I gotta
seemed too
I gotta
obvious.
fight fucking Nami real quick.
Dude, I'll be a spectator. I have to make sure it's official, you know?
Do you actually see them in the manga?
No, of course not,
God
Tanner. This is a
damn
manga
it.
for children. He's only allowed to, show the back of her when she does it.
Well, yeah.
Coward.
Question 6. When facing Perona, whose devil fruit allowed her to defeat the other Straw Hats by making them want to kill themselves, why was Usopp able to best her? Was it Tanner?
He's already suicidal.
That's close enough, dude. I'll give it to ya. Yeah, Usopp is already constantly fucking depressed and has a negative association with himself, so it didn't affect him whatsoever.
His first name is God?
No.
Oh.
He becomes God.
Oh, okay.
That is his official wanted poster by the world government right there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Question number 7. Oh yeah, I probably should have mentioned this. Spoilers for One Piece. Question number 7. Why was Chopper bullied by the other reindeer prior to eating devil fruit? Is it because he's a little fruity, his antlers are too tiny, he has a blue nose, or he isn't able to fly? Tanner.
His antlers are too tiny.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Dylan.
Dude, it's because he has a blue nose.
Correct! Good job, Dylan.
Let's go. It's
Damn.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer saved me this day.
It is just Rudolph, isn't it?
It really is.
Question number 8. During the events of Ennis Lobby, what do we witness as being Frankie's ultimate transformation? Is it he becomes a centaur, he turns into a train, his family connects to him Voltron style, or he puts on a cowboy hat? That's it.
Damn it!
Jackson.
Cowboy hat.
Incorrect. Dylan.
Correct.
Thank God. His family connects to him Voltron style.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Tanner.
Damn, this is so tough to say. I'm gonna say he turns into a train.
Bummer, dude. Nobody got this one, unfortunately. He
Damn
does,
it.
in fact, become a reverse centaur.
That just
Whoa.
seems like the most logical answer that it couldn't be right.
Yeah.
Huh.
Unfortunate, man. Alrighty. Question number 9. Upon meeting the Straw Hats for the first time, what does Nico Robin do? Is it blow up one of their friends? Attempt to eat Chopper? Incapacitate the entire crew and torture them for a week? Or Tanner?
I'm gonna say incapacitate the entire crew and torture them for a week.
Incorrect. Dylan?
Dude, obviously it's attempt to eat Chopper.
Incorrect. Jackson, how about you?
Blow up one of their friends.
Correct! Yeah,
Damn.
she does just straight up fucking blow the dude up.
Hell
Oh.
Is he like dead?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
I might have changed my answer knowing that, but
Yeah, she actually did save him because she's a good person at heart.
that's good, I guess.
Yeah. Question number 10. Despite having consumed a devil fruit, and as such, should sink in water, why is Brook able to move across the water anyway? Is it because, since he died, the devil has forgotten Brook should still be cursed? Brook uses music in just the right frequency to make the water a solid surface. Brook is so light he can just scuttle real fast across the surface, or Brook is so filthy all the water rejects him so it doesn't get dirty. Jackson.
He uses music.
Incorrect. Dylan?
Dude, it's because he's so dirty that water doesn't want to get dirty.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Tanner?
I guess I'll go the devil forgot about him.
Well, guys, that's another incorrect one from all of ya. Yeah, he can just run across the water.
That was my first thought, and I just didn't go for it.
Is it just a coincidence the ones we're all getting wrong you have evidence of?
No, not necessarily. Well,
okay.
yeah, I guess so. I don't know why I said no there.
Okay.
Yes, it's a coincidence, Tanner. I didn't plan
Gotcha.
for you guys to get them wrong.
Gotcha.
Fantastic.
I was thinking the same thing.
Alrighty. And with that, we're moving on to our very first pity point here. How these are going to be working is I'll be presenting you a question that addresses all of the Straw Hats. And for each of those that you get correct, you will be getting points for it. So, Dylan, unfortunately, you are in last place currently. So,
Let's go.
pity point time. What is each Straw Hat's role on the ship?
Okay. Obviously, Luffy's the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Brook is the shanty man. I don't know if that's actually a title. I think his name was Usopp. He's the cook. I don't know any of these other people's names.
Just start from a left and go to the right here. So Zoro here, green hair man.
Yeah, after Brook, he is the first mate. Women after him, she is the navigator, actually. Oh no, I know that one. She's the navigator. Blonde guy between Usopp and Luffy. He is the quartermaster or something. I don't know. Chopper, he's second mate. Robin is a buccaneer. I don't think that counts as a role. And then that guy, I forget his name already. He is Deck Swabber.
All right, so you got 4 of them correct here, actually.
Which ones did I get? Oh, there we go.
Brook is a musician. Zoro's just a combatant or the first mate. Nami,
Nice.
navigator, good job there. Usopp is their sniper. Sanji is the cook. Of course, Luffy's their captain. Chopper is the doctor. Chopper's doctoring, dude. Robin's the archaeologist. And Frankie is the shipwright.
Damn, I was close.
Yeah, so I'll be giving you 2 points for each of those, so you'll be getting 8 points. Or will you, Dylan?
Oh.
Because I have for each of these pity points, you guys can eat a devil fruit instead. Now, you can only eat one of them throughout the entire quiz, but, you know, the devil fruit, it could be anything, honestly. Like, you could get 8 points, or you could eat the devil fruit, and you could even get 8 points out of that. So, Dylan, what are you thinking? Are you gonna go ahead and eat the devil fruit?
Much like the song, I am a gambling man, so I'll go ahead and take the devil fruit.
All right, and with that, Dylan, you get 10 more points.
Let's go!
That's 2 more than you would have gotten.
Heck yeah.
Alrighty, and with that, boys, we're going on to the next leg of our journey here. Number 11. After we find out that the name Gold Roger is fake, what is revealed to be his true name? This is Gold Roger, guys, the Pirate King himself. Is it Eustace Blackbeard, Trafalgar Law, Roranora Dickerson, or Goldie Roger? Tanner.
Goldie Roger.
Correct!
Damn it. It's really that
Fantastic.
easy.
Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question, Nico?
What's up?
How often does Robin actually do any archaeology?
Pretty frequently. It's more of like a historian sort of thing is what she is. She's like literally the one who is like trying to put together what the history of their world is, since it's very ambiguous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alright, next up here. What is the context behind this clip?
It's good to see you, buddy.
Tanner.
I'm gonna say he's actually like some sort of a shapeshifter.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Alright, moving on here to what your potential answers could be. Zoro just killed the people who helped the Straw Hats. Luffy was mind controlled. Luffy is saving Zoro from an assassin, or Zoro was kicked out of the crew. Jackson.
Damn it.
Luffy is trying to save Zoro.
Incorrect. Dylan, how about you?
Zoro was kicked out of the crew.
Incorrect, guys.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, the correct answer was Zoro just killed the people who helped them.
That's unfortunate. Damn.
You know, it turned out they were all assassins, though, so it's chill that he did so.
Ah.
Next question here, fellas. Which musician/group was Oda such a big fan of that he got them to compose a song for the One Piece film Z? Was it My Chemical Romance? Jackson?
My Chemical Romance.
Incorrect.
I was confident in that one.
Or was it Jay-Z, Avril Lavigne, or Rascal Flatts? Dylan?
You know, given contextual clues, I think I'm obligated to answer with Jay-Z.
Incorrect.
What?
Tanner.
Rascal Flats.
It was Avril Lavigne, guys.
I was gonna say, if it
God
wasn't
damn
Jay-Z,
it.
it was Avril Lavigne for sure. That seems like a very Japanese route to go anyway.
Yeah, the Japanese love Avril Lavigne.
They sure do. Look at that.
Yeah. Alrighty. Next question here. As he is in the process of becoming a wax sculpture, what does Zoro decide to do about this predicament he's found himself in? Is it hack his legs off, strike a cool pose so at least he'll be a cool looking sculpture, use fire to melt the wax, or tear his wax testicles off so he will have one less weak point in the future? Dylan.
Strike a cool pose.
Correct! Good
Let's go!
job, Dylan. You
I
got
should
it.
have trusted my
What?
gut on that one.
I'm nuts.
Guys, There's actually one other correct answer here. Tanner, what do you think it is?
Oh, shit. I'll say tear his testicles off.
Incorrect. Jackson.
Damn. Good answer.
He uses fire to melt the wax.
That's also incorrect. He does, in fact, try to hack his own legs off.
Oh.
Damn.
Jesus.
Yeah. His rationale is that, well, he's gonna fucking die anyway. May as well try and get out of the situation. What he'll do after that, who knows? Question 15. Not only can people and animals acquire devil fruit powers, but so can inanimate objects. Lasso is a what that consumed a devil fruit? Was it a lamp, a bazooka, an anchor, or a doubloon? Dylan.
I was expecting a lasso to be on this list. I'm glad I didn't buzz in. Anchor.
Incorrect. Tanner.
I'll go lamp.
Incorrect. Jackson.
God damn it.
Bazooka.
Correct. There he is in all his glory. He ate the dog fruit.
Out of curiosity.
I thought the guy in the picture was the guy you were talking about.
No.
Well.
Out of curiosity, does lamps or electricity exist in this world?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they have like robots and stuff.
Okay.
Question 16. Crocodile is a foe who can turn into sand on contact, rendering him effectively invincible against Luffy. How does Luffy manage to defeat him? Is it rains, causing Crocodile's sand powers to be disabled? Luffy beats Crocodile by using the blood from his own fists. Crocodile is so moved by Luffy's love for his friends that he surrenders. Or Luffy pees on Crocodile. Tanner.
P.
Incorrect. Dylan.
Blood from his own fists.
Correct. Good job, dude.
I feel like you either told me about this. I remember this sounds like a familiar fight for some reason.
I believe I did mention this in our first One Piece film review, because he beats that villain in a similar manner.
That does make sense. You were talking about how, I think I had a complaint about the movie, and you're like, dude, Luffy's so cool though, he once defeated this guy that he was made of sand, and he had to make his fist bloody so he could make contact, or something.
That's true, he does do that. Look right here.
He does, that's so
Question
cool.
17. Out of these classic pirate design tropes, which one have we not seen on any character yet? Is it an eye patch, a peg leg, talking bird on their shoulder, or a hook for a hand? Tanner!
Oh man, I was pretty certain on that third one until I saw the fourth one. I'm gonna go hook for a hand.
Incorrect, Dylan.
Fuck.
Dude, it's obviously eye patch.
Correct! Yeah, we have gotten a character who has each of those tropes except for the eye patch so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty sure eye patches are just supposed to help with, like, going below deck
That's
and
funny
above
because
deck.
the eye patch is the only one that's, like, actually historically accurate.
Yeah.
True, but, you know, we're defying expectations
Oda has
here.
stated he will be using an eye patch for a character in the future, but, like, during the last arc of the story.
Okay.
Yeah. He's saving that one for someone special. Next question here. What was Ace's tattoo originally prior to it needing to get changed? Was it a swastika, the Confederate flag, a mermaid with her tits out, Jackson?
Is it a swastika?
Correct! It was.
Huh, it was either that or the mermaid. He's got fucking Sora boots on, what's up with that?
What did they change it to?
Fuck, what is it? I think it's just like a
They
plus
changed it to,
sign
like,
now
the German
instead.
eagle.
Yeah, something like that. It's an iron cross now.
The same but different.
Well, the swastika is not actually a swastika. It's like, it has some different meaning.
I know, Jackson, I know.
I'm trying to inform the other people and maybe the audience.
Oh, okay.
You know.
But yeah, it is like a Buddhist symbol that the Nazis like fucking took for themselves. It's fucked up, honestly.
It is.
I think it's kind of funny.
You would.
19! What do Luffy and Blackbeard initially disagree about, which kicks off their feud? Is it Tanner?
Breast size.
Incorrect!
Wow, that's such a random first guess.
Not as random as you might think, though, Dylan. Was it what it means to be a pirate? Tits versus ass?
Oh.
Cherry pie being delicious? Or whether or not the One Piece exists? Dylan.
This may seem like too cliche of an answer, but it has to be whether the One Piece exists, right?
Incorrect, Jackson.
What it means to be a pirate.
Also incorrect.
I
It
knew
was
it was the
unfortunately cherry pie.
God damn it!
I believe that Luffy was anti-cherry pie in that situation there. Next question. In the original One Piece card game, what was Sanji's title? So for reference here, the original One Piece card game, like each character had a little title, like I think Zoro's swordsman or some shit like that. So what was Sanji? Was it Tai Chi specialist, a feminist, long leg man, or gyrating pound master? Jackson.
God damn it.
Long leg man?
Incorrect. Tanner.
Feminist.
Correct! Yes, he was.
Where the hell does it... Oh, up the top, I see.
Yeah. I don't know why they did that, but it's very funny.
That does not look anything like him.
Alright, fellas. So, we are now on to a brand new pity point. This time around, Tanner's on the chopping block. So,
Holy shit.
I ask you, if the Straw Hats were not pirates, what would their real-world jobs be? I will give you a hint here. They have nothing to do what their current jobs are. So, like, Sanji is not a cook, Chopper is not a doctor. So what could they be?
This is something that's been explicitly stated?
Yes. So, at the end of, like, each chapter, Oda does a little Q&A, and so he's given us a lot of weird details about these characters over the years.
Okay. Well, these are gonna be fucking completely unpredictable. I guess I'll go from left to right. Brooke would be a television news anchorman. Zoro would be a cobbler. Nami would be a high school volleyball coach. Usopp would be a mechanic. Sanji would be a tailor. Luffy would be a professional speed eater. Chopper would be a reindeer. Nami would be like a medium or one of those people on the side of the road that does tarot readings. And Frankie would be a bouncer.
Alright, so shockingly, Tanner, you got none of those correct.
Wow,
Shockingly.
I can't believe it.
I know, right? So, Brooke would be a detective, Zoro is a police officer, Nami's a childcare worker, Usopp is a graphic designer, Sanji is a hairstylist, Luffy is a firefighter, Chopper's a teacher, I should say, then Robin is a flight attendant, and Frankie is a pilot. But Tanner, that's okay,
For some
dude.
reason, these do kind of make sense.
That's what I
Right?
was about to say.
They do. There's some rhyme and reason behind it. Fortunately, though, if you'd like, you can eat this devil fruit.
The question is, would Nico make a devil fruit that takes away points?
Yes,
I'll
he
go
would.
ahead and let you guys know now. All of the devil fruits will be beneficial at the very least. None of them will
Okay.
negatively impact you.
Then yeah, I'll take it.
Fantastic, Tanner. With that, you now get double points for the next 10 questions.
Oh,
Holy
fuck.
shit.
So really be ready to get some motherfucking points here, Tanner. With question number 21. The character, commonly referred to as God, his appearance is likely based off of which celebrity? Is it Morgan Freeman, Eminem, Tom Hanks, or Little Richard? Dylan.
Morgan Freeman, dude.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Tanner.
Tom Hanks.
Also incorrect. Jackson,
Fuck.
how about you?
There's no fucking way it's Eminem. Who the fuck is Little Richard, though? So I guess I'll say Little Richard.
It was Eminem.
What the fuck?
Doesn't even look anything like him.
For copyright reasons. Quite frankly, the picture on the right doesn't really look like him either, but
True.
That's just how it be sometimes, man. Alright,
That's
moving
very
right
funny.
along here. What is Luffy's immediate reaction upon seeing a zombie rise from the ground? Is it crucify it, ask it to join the crew, push it back into the ground, or decapitate it? Tanner!
Push it back into the ground.
Good job, Tanner, you got it correct.
Dude, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
that sounds familiar. Very funny.
Just got a hearty 6 points from that one. Congrats.
Holy smokes.
Holy shit.
Alright, next question. How does the Admiral Aokiji, aka the Blue Pheasant, choose to travel between islands? Is it sports car, dragon, bicycle, or slaves?
Damn it.
Jackson.
Bicycle.
Correct!
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Very funny.
He seems like he's a cardio kind of guy.
That's not the route I was going. I'm glad you answered before me.
Yeah. All right. Question 24 here. What happens to Enel? That's God's name, by the way. His name is Enel. After he is defeated by the Straw Hats, does he go to the moon where he acquires a legion of robots? Likely died and went to hell? He becomes a reformed citizen and works to broker trade relations with foreign lands, or he starts a toy business and becomes the richest man in the world. Jackson.
Toys.
Incorrect. Dylan.
He died and is in hell.
Also incorrect. Tanner,
Damn.
how about you?
Reformed citizen.
Also incorrect. He's now on the moon and has a legion of robots. This has not yet come back into the story, but likely will at some point. Even though this happened like 1,000 chapters ago. What was that, Dylan?
I said all those little robots look like Chopper.
Yeah. They're silly little guys, ain't they?
Yeah.
All right. Question 25. Why does Chopper have such a low bounty? Is it because he never does anything? The government is more lenient with medical practitioners. The government thinks he's just a Straw Hat's pet. Jackson?
They just think he's a pet.
Correct! Yeah.
That's fair, I guess.
All right. 26 here. Zoan devil fruits, these are the animal ones, have different models to differentiate between similar animals. So, what animal does the model giraffe stem from? So, for example, here, like the dog fruit could have a model wolf, okay? So, keep that in mind here. Is it a horse, an anteater, an antelope, or an ox? Tanner.
I feel like this really tickled my brain. Is it anteater?
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Jackson.
Antelope.
Also incorrect. Dylan.
Horse.
Also incorrect. It is in fact ox.
I thought it was
damn
ox.
it.
I battled that for a second. Damn it.
I don't know why Oda thinks that giraffes are in any way similar to oxes, but you know,
They have horns, I guess.
I guess so. That seems to be their only similarity, really.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, 27. Thriller Bark is well known for being the arc where what happens? Is it Sanji and Nami finally become an official couple? Brook performs what is easily the most disturbing kill in the series. We learn that the world of One Piece operates within a heliocentric astrolabe, or nothing. Tanner.
Damn it.
Oh man, I'm really in between two. I'm gonna say Brook performs what is easily the most disturbing kill in the series.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Jackson.
The most disturbing kill.
That's the
Tanner
one I
just said that.
Dude, fucking that's crazy. In one ear and out the other. Let's say nothing happens.
You know, I'll go ahead and give it to you. Yes, nothing
Damn it.
happens.
That was the other one I was thinking of.
Huh.
Alrighty, 28. Due to extenuating circumstances, Zoro is forced to improvise and use what as a weapon? Tanner?
Going off that picture, I'm gonna say his penis.
Incorrect. This
Damn
picture
it.
actually has nothing to do with the scenario.
God damn it.
Got him again.
Was it a collection of ducks? The arm of a theme park mascot that strongly resembles a Nintendo character? Usopp? Or what can only be assumed to be anal beads? Dylan?
Dude, the arm of a mascot, obviously.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Jackson?
Usopp?
Correct!
What? Huh.
Yeah, he does need to pick up and use Usopp as a sword.
Very fun.
Okay.
Yeah. 29. During the events of Skypia, land of the White Sea, up in the clouds and such, the crew are blessed by what supernatural event? Is it aliens descend upon the Sky Islands and abduct an L? A Clobberman, a spirit known from German and Swedish folklore, fixes the crew's ship due to their love for it. A seance results in the crew speaking with Robin's late grandma, who teaches them how to properly cook rice. Or Don Quixote, the manifestation of adventure, materializes, allowing them to return to the Grand Line safety. Dylan.
The Clawwater Man fixes their ship.
Congrats, that's correct.
Let's
What
go!
the fuck?
That seems like the most One Piece answer to me.
Yeah. Good job, good job. Next up here. When faced with oars, that's the big red guy there, a zombie giant who is easily 100 times larger than them, the Straw Hats bust out their trump card, which is what? Is it them coming together to form a flesh mecha a la Voltron, Luffy launches his arms so they stretch super quickly and Zoro cuts them off. Frankie ejects a disco ball from his mouth and the crew begins dancing, attempting to get Oars to join. Tanner.
I'll go ahead and go the dancing one.
Incorrect. Or Luffy swallows the entire crew. Jackson.
The last one.
Incorrect. Dylan.
Dude, they become Voltron.
Alright, so real quick, guys. Check out fucking Robin here. Like, what the fuck is she wearing? Oh my god. Hot damn. Yes, they become a flesh Voltron.
Let's go! Called it.
Okay.
Congrats.
Where the hell is Luffy?
Luffy was away dealing with something else in this situation.
Oh, okay.
Also, unfortunately, Robin, she didn't want to join in.
Understandable.
Did this actually help?
No, they immediately got throttled.
I would imagine. I don't see how this would be beneficial.
Yeah, shockingly it wasn't. Alrighty. And with that, fellas, I'm sorry to say it, Tanner, but that devil fruit didn't quite do what you needed it to. You're
I really
still
fumbled
in
the
last
bag
year.
on that one.
So, what real-world country would each Straw Hat be from?
Oh my gosh.
Fuck off.
You should be fantastic at this, dude. You're great at guessing people's nationalities.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go Brooke, French, Sanji, Italian. Wait, not Sanji, sorry. Zoro, Italian. Nami, Nami has to be American. Usopp, Israeli. Sanji, French. Luffy, I'll say Luffy is Japanese. Chopper, like Belgium. Robin will be British, and Frankie will also be American.
Alright. Honestly, Tanner, you walked away from there with 2 correct answers. So, Brooke is Australian. I don't know why. That one doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Zoro's Japanese. Nami's from Sweden. Usopp. Oh my god. Usopp is from Africa. He doesn't get an actual country.
Why is he not from a specific country?
That's just how the Japanese view Africa. Honestly based. Sanji is from France. Luffy's from Brazil. Chopper's from Canada. Robin is from Russia. And Frankie is the American here.
What was telling me that Robin was from Russia? I had no reason to believe that.
Wait,
I
what
don't
was
know.
the second one I got?
You got fucking... Oh, you said Sanji is French and Frankie is American.
Yes.
So congrats, dude.
I think you might be wrong about that one, but whatever.
You know, why would you complain if you're getting some extra points, man?
That's fair enough. I'll take the devil fruit.
Unfortunately, you are not allowed to.
What? Why? Oh.
As I said, you're only allowed to take one throughout the entire quiz. This one would have allowed you to swap points with someone else.
Oh, nice.
Unfortunate. Next up here, upon arriving to Fishman Island, what emergency situation does Sanji experience? Is it Tanner?
Well, I was about to say diarrhea, so yes, he shits his pants.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Seeing all the beautiful mermaids causes his nose to bleed so much he requires a blood transfusion. An electric eel causes his hair to be real frizzy, so he refuses to leave his room until the crew can find quality hair gel. Jackson.
He loses a bunch of blood.
Correct! Good job,
Damn it.
dude. Yeah, unfortunately, the nosebleed is just too strong for him with all them beautiful mermaids around. Alright, 32. Due to possessing the powers of the poison fruit, what has Magellan had to deal with? Is it accidentally killing his family due to it? Constant excruciating diarrhea? No one taking him seriously because he looks stupid? Or his subordinates bullying him and calling him Magelatin? Jackson.
He looks stupid.
Incorrect. Tanner.
Magelatin.
Also incorrect. Dylan.
Dude, obviously it's killing his family.
That's also incorrect. It is diarrhea.
Wow.
Damn it. My
crazy.
diarrhea read was one question too early.
I know. I'm sorry, dude.
Insane turn of events.
I do like the name Magelatin, though. I'm happy I came up with that one.
It's really good.
Thank you, thank you. All right, 33. What does the Warlord of the Sea, Bartholomew Kuma, always carry on him? Is it a Bible? A golden Denden Mushi? A last will and testament for his victims to sign prior to battle? Or his trading card collection? Jackson.
A Bible.
Correct!
What?
I don't know why he has one, but it's very funny that he does.
Who's that on the front?
Jesus, I guess.
Huh.
I would have believed that's Mary before Jesus, but okay.
Okay, Jackson, I will give you an opportunity here for bonus points. As you can see in his little picture here, his devil fruit is the pawpaw fruit, which gives him little paw pads on his hands. What do you think that does for him?
It lets him, it makes his hands more durable.
I don't know if it's stated it does that, but I'm gonna say it's incorrect. Yeah, what they do is it allows him to push things really good, including people and objects and concepts. He can just push them as far as he wants.
Huh.
It's kind of like a reverse, that one guy from season 4 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Exactly, it's just like that. Killer Queen, I think, is who you're referring to.
No.
34. Upon arriving at Amazon Lily, an island full of only women, how do the girls there find out Luffy is a man? Is it, after pinning him down, Luffy uses his penis to break free, they jerk him off while trying to remove mushrooms from his body, after bathing with them, he stands up to get out of the bath and revealing his member, Jackson?
I'd say they accidentally jerk him off.
Oh, hold on. What is this?
Is something wrong?
We've been remiss in our mushroom picking duties. There's one between our legs that we failed to catch. How careless of us.
Oh,
Correct!
no. Oh my gosh.
How does he react to that?
Luffy is an ace icon, unfortunately. He doesn't really care all that much.
It's so sad that
How
was my
old
immediate
is
thought
Luffy?
as well.
I think Luffy's like 16 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, next question here. Congrats, Jackson. During the time skip, what was Sanji's special training? Was it running away from an island full of gay men, dining on the world's most delicious food, causing him to get fat, attempting to escape slavery, or getting cosmetic surgery done so his swirly eyebrow swirls in the opposite direction? Tanner.
I'm gonna say escaping slavery.
Incorrect. Dylan.
Getting fat.
Also incorrect. Jackson?
Escaping the gays.
Correct!
Damn it, that was my
Holy
first
cow.
answer. That's crazy.
Yeah. Real tragic. I'm very curious what they're gonna do about this in the live action remake. Alright, 36. What is this character's role in the world of One Piece? For audio listeners, would any of you care to describe what this character here looks like?
It's a transsexual.
Congrats, Tanner. I'll give you 1 point for describing them.
God damn it.
Alright. So, is this character the brilliant scientist who creates all of this world's futuristic technology? Queen of the world government? The founder of the Revolutionary Army? Or this world's equivalent of Jesus Christ? Tanner.
I'm gonna say scientist.
Incorrect. Dylan?
This world's equivalent of Jesus.
Also incorrect. How about
Damn.
you, Jackson?
I think they're the queen of the world government.
Ooh, unfortunately, they are in fact founder of the Revolutionary Army.
These all are great answers regardless.
Thank you, thank you. I came up
I
with
see
them
why
myself.
you were saying this was gonna be our lowest scoring quiz yet.
Potentially lowest or highest. 37. So, this here is the Great Prison Impel Down here. It's an underwater prison. Horrific torture there. So which of the following is not a torture method found in the Great Prison of Impel Down? Is it running through a forest where the leaves of trees are blades and the grass are needles, being given just barely enough food to maintain a near state of death? Tanner.
I'm gonna say that one.
Unfortunately, it's incorrect. Being boiled alive, or being bullied by hot women to the point that you kill yourself? Dylan.
Hot women.
Correct!
Let's
Good
go!
job. Alright, next up here. The character Doflamingo was born into a world noble family. However, after his father decided to rescind their noble status, how did the general public treat them? Was it the entire family was crucified? Shot them into the planet's core to be sacrificed to a spirit, but they were given immense power instead? They were treated as gods, or they were exiled and forced to live in a whale? Jackson.
I think it's some flapjack shit. They're living in a whale.
Incorrect. Tanner.
They got shot into the planet's core.
Also incorrect. How about you, Dylan?
Dude, their entire family was crucified.
Correct. Good job.
Oh my god, Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Very unfortunate.
I was hoping that wasn't the answer. I was trying to give the funny answer.
Nah, they didn't like him very much.
I would imagine.
Why does the character Duval wear a mask? Is it his face was horrifically scarred in a baking accident? He looks dumb and people don't take him seriously without the mask. Tanner.
I'm gonna say he looks dumb and people don't take him seriously.
Incorrect.
Fuck, I'm so bad at this.
He's worried about privacy and is embarrassed about the crimes that he's committed. Or he looks like a stupid and fucked up version of Sanji. Jackson.
He's embarrassed and worried about privacy.
Incorrect. Dylan.
He was horrifically scarred in a baking accident.
He looks like Sanji, guys.
Huh.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, if you'll recall from the initial Sanji question, this is what his wanted poster looks like. And so Duval ends up getting framed for all of Sanji's crimes.
Ah, I see.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, going on to 40 here. What is Vanderdecken best known for? Is it being a pedophile, being the first pirate, being the only known fishman-human hybrid, or being the 2-time ping-pong world champ? Tanner.
Damn.
I'll go fishman human hybrid.
Incorrect. Jackson.
Oh my god.
Being a pedophile.
Correct.
God
Oh.
damn it, I should have suspected that
Not
one.
the answer I
Yeah.
wanted, but the answer I expected, I guess.
He does look like one, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, Tanner, you're yet again in the hot seat here. So, what does each straw hat smell like?
What the fuck?
This is the most I've ever... Have I even ever gotten a pity point before?
Probably.
I don't mean in this quiz. I mean, have I been the one offered the pity points before?
I don't
There must
think
have been
so.
one edge case, you know?
I don't think that's true.
What does each straw hat smell like? Okay. From left to right, we're gonna go formaldehyde, freshly cut grass, baby oil,
Oh, God.
chicken grease, Axe body spray, like a sandwich, dog, lilacs, and sunscreen.
You know what? I'll actually be giving you 3 of them here. So,
Holy shit.
the correct answers are tea, steel, oranges, gunpowder, smoke, and fish for Sanji. Luffy's meat, there's meat and sandwiches, so I'll give you that one. Chopper's a wild card because he didn't know what Chopper would smell like. Robin is flowers, so you got the lilacs there, and then Frankie is cola.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a few extra points for you there on the board. You're not looking too shabby now, man. Not too shabby. All right. Next up here, boys. Oh yeah, also, this would have been your devil fruit. I guess I no longer need to be keeping track of this here, because this would have been, you gain points for each question no one has gotten correct.
Oh,
Whoa.
that would have been pretty nuts, I think.
Going forward, or were you retroactively tracking that?
Oh, I've been tracking it. There have been 11 questions no one has gotten so far.
Holy shit.
Damn. Yeah, that would have been huge.
Yeah. So, moving right along here, fellas. Viola possesses the glare fruit, which gives her the ability to literally and figuratively see through anything in a wide radius. What else does it allow her to do? Tanner.
I want to say it allowed her to summon, like, ice whales or something like that.
Dude, congrats!
Damn
yeah!
it, I know you told me this. I was trying to remember what it was. I knew it had something to do with whales. Fuck.
Why can she do that? That doesn't make any sense. She only does it the one time, too. Very strange. 42. Why is
Oh
Senior
my
Pink
God.
dressed this way? Is it because he's a pervert? This is the only way he can make his wife smile? This is the most aerodynamic outfit he could find? Or he's blind and the rest of his crew thinks it's funny to make him dress like that? Tanner.
I'm gonna say he's blind.
Incorrect. Dylan.
Oh. He's a pervert.
Also incorrect. Jackson, how about you?
His wife loves it.
Correct. Good job.
Does that make his wife a pervert?
No, so the deal is that their child got fucking killed. He was a little baby
Oh.
boy, and so she went into like a catatonic state and like doesn't respond to anything anymore. And the only way he's found to make her like react at all is to dress like a baby.
That's
Oh. Huh.
Pretty fun stuff, you know.
Uh-huh.
43. What does this old man do upon finding out that some hooligans cheated when gambling with him? Is it admire their moxie, so he only cuts off one of their hands instead of both? trap them in an endless cycle of euphoria and despair. Force gravity becomes so great that a massive hole opens up beneath them, or laughs it off and tries to get with their grandmas. Tanner.
Damn.
Grandmas.
Incorrect. Jackson.
He only cuts off one of their hands.
Also incorrect. How about you, Dylan?
Gravity.
Correct.
There it is. I feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah, he just plunges them into the depths. He can also summon meteors. Isn't that fun?
Oh my gosh.
All right. Question 43. This is Pez, the little baby down here with the little pink hair. The baby of the mafia boss Capone. That's the big guy. What has Oda confirmed Pez has? Is it a kill count, an unstable core requiring him to maintain a high body temperature or risk imploding, pubes, or an opioid addiction? Tanner.
I'm gonna go pubes.
Correct!
Oh my gosh.
Dude, good
Say it ain't
stuff.
so.
Good stuff. Unfortunately, it's true, Dylan. Unfortunately.
Damn.
Alright, 45. We know that by eating a devil fruit, you acquire its powers, but thanks to Big Mom, what's another way we've learned that you can acquire them? Is it taking in the semen of someone with a devil fruit and birthing their child? Consuming a devil fruit user? Converting a devil fruit user into a liquid and ingesting the fumes via aromatherapy? Or by Jackson?
Consuming a devil fruit user.
Correct!
Damn
Good
it.
job.
Damn, I thought that one was too obvious.
No, I like looking at her and seeing that answer, that only makes sense to me.
Has this happened more than once?
She's the only instance we're aware of where it happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you guys know she has like over 80 children though? Isn't that crazy?
Huh. Do you have to
makes
eat
sense.
all of them?
It's unclear. All we know is that she does eat them.
Okay. Wait, she's eaten multiple ones?
No. You can't have more than one devil fruit.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. 46. This is Katakuri. He's one of Big Mom's children. He's also the fucking GOAT. I love Katakuri. What is the first thing we witness him do? Is it kill a man with a jelly bean, burn down an orphanage, performing a drift while riding on horseback, or Tanner?
I'm gonna say drift on horseback.
Incorrect. Jackson, how about you?
Laying some pipe.
Also incorrect. Dylan?
Dude, he killed a man with a jelly bean. He's the GOAT.
Correct! That's exactly what he does.
Whoa.
It would have been very sad if it was burned down an orphanage right immediately after you saying he's the GOAT. I would have
Maybe
questions.
the orphans deserved it.
Anyway.
Anyway, here's another question by Katakuri, though. What is Katakuri's most profound secret he can't let anyone know about? Is it he's wearing a toupee? He likes to crochet little sweaters for all the mice in the kingdom. He loves eating donuts and singing about how delicious they are. Or he doesn't understand humor, but can tell when a joke is being made. Jackson, sorry.
He likes to crochet.
Incorrect. Dylan.
Dude, he loves eating donuts and singing about how delicious they are.
Dylan, did you cheat? How'd you know so much about Katakuri?
Dude, I know so much about you, and by proxy, I know so much about Katakuri, obviously.
Yeah, Katakuri, he's just the fucking man, you know? He's just the fucking man. I love this guy.
Good lord.
Is his mouth doing that because of a devil fruit, or is this like a comedic exaggeration?
Yeah, he is the bearer of the Mochi Mochi fruit, so he's able to stretch his body similar to Luffy.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty good stuff all around.
All
right.
Do all of Big Mom's children have devil fruit powers because they were birthed by a devil fruit user?
No, they all just have eaten devil fruits pretty much. One of them has the candy fruit, another has the like oven fruit. It's fun stuff, you know? They're all like food-based.
I didn't realize there were so many devil fruits. I thought they were rare.
I mean, you know, Big Mom is like one of the big pirates of the sea, so naturally all of her like big strong men have crazy stuff. Also, they're all like different fucking like commissioners and shit like that of various foods. So like fucking Katakuri here, he's the administrator of flour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, 48. The mink are a race of animal people. They're furries. What special ability do all of them possess? Is it they can dig through any substance? They can make their midsection spring like an accordion? They can blow large bubbles, allowing them to travel through water, or they all have lightning powers? Tanner.
I'm gonna say they can make their midsection spring like an accordion.
Incorrect. Dylan.
They can dig through any substance.
Also incorrect. How about you, Jackson?
They can blow bubbles.
They all have lightning powers, actually.
That does check
Okay.
out, unfortunately.
Does it? I don't know why they all have lightning power.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Dylan likes to call things that actually don't make any sense things that make sense.
Yeah.
It's an anime at the end of the day, dude. Why not have lightning powers, you know?
Ain't that
Also
the truth?
wood.
Okay, 49 here, fellows. We're getting close to the end. Bartolomeo and his crew do not have a navigator. So, how is it that they know where to go when out at sea? Is it because one of the crew members calls their grandma to ask for advice? They just follow the sun each day and drop anchor at night? Bartolomeo's hair hides an antenna, which gives him perfect sense of direction, or they all just spend their time getting drunk at sea, singing shanties, until they arrive at an island by pure happenstance. Jackson.
They just get wasted.
Incorrect. Dylan.
Damn. He has a hidden antenna.
Also incorrect. Tanner, how about you?
I'm gonna say they follow the sun.
They have one of their crew call their grandma.
I thought
Oh.
that was my... God damn it. Every time.
Unfortunate, man. You're always so close to the answer. All right, and with that, Dylan, you have a 50-50 on each of these here. It's very simple. Which Straw Hats crunch their ice?
Like, they just chew ice? Is that...
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go left to right and say yes or no.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yes, yes, no, yes, no, no, yes, no, yes.
All right, fantastic. And the correct answers are Brooke crunches it, Zoro's a wild card, I'll get to him in a moment. No for Nami, yes for fucking Usopp, Sanji, and Luffy, and fucking Chopper, and Robin, but not Frankie. Most of them do it, shockingly.
Huh.
Yeah.
How many did I get?
You got like 4 of them.
Let's go.
Yeah, good job, dude. All right. And yeah, unfortunately, Zoro, Oda said that Zoro would not crunch his ice, but we do have evidence that Zoro has crunched his ice in the past, but also, like, Zoro was in disguise at the time, so maybe he was just doing it to hide his identity. I'm saying you get him right either way, though. So,
Let's go.
with that, fellas, oh yeah, this would have been the devil for you to get. You get to see what everyone else bids for the final point.
Oh, that would have been sick.
Right?
Nice.
That would have been crazy. All right, time to bet your points, fellas. So, the way this last question is going to work is going to be a little fun, okay? So, how this is going to function is that I'm going to be asking you a question, just like for the pity points, that applies to each Straw Hat. And for each of those you get right, you will either gain or lose whatever amount of points you bet.
Oh my god.
Like I said, this has the potential to be the lowest or highest scoring version of any of our quizzes.
I see.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and let you guys know how many points each of y'all has. Alright, Dylan, I'm just waiting on your points here. How much are you betting?
And you said, like, this number is gonna be how much we gain or lose, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. You know what?
Okay. Fair enough. Alright, so with each of these, I'll be showing you your fucking options on screen here. And then you'll just be sending me whatever your answer is, alright?
Okay.
That should be the easiest way. I'm gonna have a lot of fucking calculating to do after this.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so the first part of question 50, our final question. Oh yeah, so the question for this is, what is a running gag for each of these characters? So, is one of Luffy's running gags, he asks weird looking people how they poop, constantly lies about the most mundane things, accidentally swallows other members of the crew when eating, or he punches his balls when he's losing a fight. Alright. And actually, if you guys just want to send me like what letter each of these would correspond to, that'd probably be easiest. Alright, I got each of yours in here. Alright, for Zoro, does he grow flowers from his hair that he needs to cut off? Plays 5-finger fillet when bored, he gets bored very quickly. Gets lost absurdly easily, or is oblivious to women hitting on him. Alright, next one here. Sanji, is he a pervert? He can't stop drinking coffee, he needs something in his mouth at all times, or he's a feet guy. Alright. Next up here. Nami, is she down bad for Frankie? Imitates the other members of the crew very poorly, is obsessed with money, or tries to play matchmaker whenever they meet new people? Alright, next one here. For Usopp, is it that he lies constantly and they come true? His nose keeps snapping off? He's perplexed as to why the other guys are so into girls, or he's in a relationship with their boat. Alrighty, next up. For Chopper, is it he believes everywhere they go is haunted? He cannot take a compliment, nervously does a little dance whenever he fucks something up, or gets captured the moment they land to a new island. Alright, next here, we got Frankie. Is it that he has zero chill? He's obsessed with world domination, all men think him being a cyborg is the coolest thing ever, or he no longer has a penis and feels the need to inform everyone of this. Alright, and next up here, Robin. Is it that she likes making morbid jokes? She compares everything to real life films she shouldn't have any knowledge of. She keeps sprouting her hands out of Usopp and it freaks him out, or she gets confused for other women all the time. Okay, and final one here, Brooke. Is it that he no longer has a penis and feels the need to inform everyone of this, makes skeleton jokes all the time, undermines whatever Chopper says, or he sees Chopper as his son, his baby son? Alrighty, boys, and with that, let's go ahead and work our way on back here and start off with our boy, fucking Luffy. So, fuck, what's the best way to do this even? Fuck, I need to like calculate each of your guys' points now. This is gonna take a moment.
Do you want to just keep track of how many we get right and wrong, and then we know the difference is just the amount of points we betted times that?
Sure, I guess that's probably the easiest way. I'll go ahead and send each of you how many you got right or wrong here then. So let's see.
Oh my god.
You really got fucked on this one.
Well, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter now.
So, question. When are we doing it with, you know, quote unquote betting where like we do subtract it from our score and so that's what we're plus and minusing from?
Yes, that's exactly.
Okay. Okay, I have my end score. Do you want to just hear it?
Not quite yet, no.
Do you want me to send it to you?
Oh, yeah. You can just go ahead and send it to me.
Gotcha.
Oh my god. Alrighty, fellas. So, let's go ahead and go over each of these here real quick. So, for Luffy, his whole quirk is that he likes asking weird-looking people how it is that they poo.
Damn it. Fuck.
For Zoro, he gets lost absurdly easily. It's his big thing.
Two in a row.
For Sanji, you know, I'm really shocked that you guys weren't able to pick up on this one. He's a pervert. That's all there is to him.
I don't
that
watch
one seemed
One
too
Piece.
obvious.
Yeah. Then for Nami, she is obsessed with money. It's like her big thing. She fucking loves this stuff. Then we've got Usopp here, and yeah, his lies are just constantly coming true. Isn't that wacky?
I remember that from one of the
Dude.
movies.
Yeah.
That's the only one I got right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then for Chopper, this guy just cannot take a compliment to save his life.
Dude, relatable.
Yeah. For Frankie, yeah, just all guys think that he's the fucking coolest thing in the world just due to being a cyborg.
I have a feeling I know where that other answer goes then.
Robin, always making morbid jokes. It fucking freaks Usopp out. Then for Brooke, yeah, he just makes skeleton puns all the time. All the fucking time with this guy.
Wait, why the fuck did you have that answer? Never mind.
To throw you off, retard.
Obviously not, because I got that one right, dumbass.
God, you're so stupid. Holy shit.
And so, speaking of stupid Mr. 8 incorrect answers, Tanner is in dead last. He has negative 251 points.
Oh, weird.
Dylan, dude, good job. You actually got some of those correct here.
Nice.
You are sitting at 11 points currently.
Woohoo.
You only got 7 wrong. Jackson, I did not bother tracking what he got correct and right because he just didn't bet any points. And because like he's walking away as the big winner today.
You bitch-ass motherfucker.
Listen,
In
you guys-
retrospect, that does seem like the obvious route
betting
to
points
go.
on this is fucking manic. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's fucking manic. You have a 25% chance, probably. So you're just gonna fucking lose points all the time unless you're absurdly confident.
Did we
That's
not?
so true.
Yeah, I was absurdly confident. Did we not establish something that like 0 points was like not okay to bet anymore, or am I like misremembering information?
No, you're
No.
making that up to make yourself feel better.
Yeah, it sounds like a
I'm not trying to make
gentleman's
myself feel
agreement at some
better.
point.
That's
I
stupid.
I put either all in or 0 points on like 90% of my quizzes.
How many did Dylan bet?
Dylan bet 4 points.
Oh, okay.
I was being
What
strategic.
did he start with?
He started with 39.
Okay.
Yeah, so you were in last there, but like not by much, only by 3 points compared to Jackson here.
How much did you bet, Tanner? Per question?
I didn't take in. I forgot to take some things into account, so I bet 36 points, and then thought to myself, well, worst case scenario, I'm at 1.
Yeah. And there we have it, guys. That is the One Piece quiz. Congratulations, Jackson.
Dude,
Wouldn't Dylan have ended at like 15 points?
no. There's 9 crew
It was
members
Dylan
times
doing the
4.
math. I don't know.
Yeah, there's 9, so you got 7 wrong,
Times
but you
4.
got 2 right, which means you're losing 5 worth of points, which is 20, and you're starting from 35.
He started from 39.
Well, he subtracted 4.
Oh, okay, got it.
Also, either way, it doesn't get to 11.
I guess, I forgot to add the points. I just subtracted. It doesn't matter, I still lose to Jackson, but...
True. I just, I don't want people screaming at you in the comments for doing your math wrong.
They're gonna get pissed
yeah.
off.
I forgot to add the points that I was supposed to get. I'm actually at 19. There we go.
No, you're at 15.
What do you mean? There's 9 crew members.
I just walked you through the math, buddy. Trust me, it's 15.
Alright. Are there... Never mind. I don't want to...
That's the quiz, guys. How'd you like it?
It was the most fun I've had in a quiz I knew nothing about.
That was my least favorite quiz we've ever done.
I wonder why that is, Mr.
There are 2
fucking
wolves.
bombing it. Every pity point question was yours.
Not everyone. I had like 1.
Yeah.
I think it was fun. I think this is what the anime quiz aspired to be in concept.
Yeah. That's good to hear, dude. That's good to hear. And speaking of anime, I can't wait for us to talk about some anime over on Guapish at the Movies.
Guapish at the movies.
I'm tired, boss.
Jackson, what did we watch this week?
The Patreon pick this week, as requested by our lovely patron Lava Skin, thank you for the request, was the 1988 animated film Grave of the Fireflies. And of course, this is the story of 2 Japanese children back in World War II, where, their whole fucking village is firebombed by the Americans, and they have to just thug it out and try to make it work.
Fun fact, this movie is based on a true event called World War II.
Oh,
Funny, but bad fun fact.
I'm just kidding, I have a real one.
Okay.
Fun fact, the director insists this isn't an anti-war film.
what? Okay.
Good fun fact. What's his problem?
I don't know. He specifically has said, that message is not intended to be in this movie, and I hope people don't read that into it.
What, is he pro-war? Is that what he's saying?
Maybe he's really red-pilled on the whole bombing of Japan.
Fascinating. Dylan, where are you ranking this one?
Oh wait. My notes. I gave it an A.
Nice. Jackson, how about yourself?
I'm at an A+.
There we go. I'm also sitting at an A right now. Tanner, how about yourself?
Dude, I'm at an A-.
Whoa.
Well, seems like we're in a
Fucking
similar
hater.
boat.
What's up with that?
Hey, did you not like the fucking movie, dipshit, huh?
Really, my only major problem was I thought the pacing was too slow. I thought it was a bit too of a slow burn for me personally. But yeah, this is a very good movie. This is a great film, in fact. I think it's a really interesting exploration of the time, and especially how it explores Saita's sort of development. Like, the moment that really sticks out to me is when he does start, stealing and doing all this fucked up shit just to survive. I'm like, okay, this is, a much more nuanced look at, what is happening under this scenario and whatnot. And I find it kind of interesting that I can kind of see what he means when he says it's not an anti-war film. Like, none of the characters are necessarily like, war shouldn't happen. They're like, it sucks that this is happening, but no one in the film, to my knowledge, is like, oh, the war just has to end. We have to stop fighting or whatever, you know?
Honestly, they kind of treat it like it's just like environmental issues. They're not like environmental issues, but like it's just like the environment acting on them. Like it's a completely unrelated like phantom force to it, which is interesting.
All right, guys, real quick here. Who cried when watching this film?
Pensive emoji.
I don't know how to interpret this. I didn't.
What?
Yeah, I was telling this to Jackson earlier this week. I shockingly didn't cry when I watched this movie. I don't know if it was just the state of mind at the time or whatever. The movie gave me a lot of sense of dread and despair the whole time. Like, I couldn't help but feel, like, just so much dreary emotion for these two characters. And it's just like, damn, this is so... I was gonna say this is so real to life, but it's just like thinking about how people go through this kind of shit, you know? I think the movie does a really good job of just showing that, and like these are the, you know, the risks people have to take and the like scenarios people go through, and it just kind of really goes to reflect on like the family situation. And I mean that in regards to when the kids go to live at the aunt's house, and she's like, oh, well, you're old enough to, you know, work a job or, you know, fight for our country or go to work for our country, and oh, you think you deserve food? You're not doing anything to earn anything in this house. So it's just really interesting seeing the cultural difference, I guess, in regards to that, where in Japan it's very much like you do work, you get rewarded kind of thing, whereas we're more like used to like, let me extend a hand to help my fellow man. But yeah, no, I mean, I had a very deep emotional like connection to this movie. I definitely felt it, but like for some reason it never really got me to the point of crying. I don't know why.
Yeah, I didn't cry either because I think the Japanese are bug people.
Oh my god.
I am not. I didn't cry, but I do not agree with what Tanner just said. I want to put that out there.
Yeah, I also didn't cry. Which I'm very shocked by. I was fully expecting to, but it just didn't quite get me there. You know, didn't quite bring him out of me.
That's what I was thinking.
This is still a fantastic film regardless of that fact, though. Like, you know, I can't really think of many other films that are able to really capture just how devastating war is on the civilians like this one was able to. It's incredibly powerful stuff. Like Tanner said, like, just like those scenes of him fucking like running through the houses and stuff like that while like these bombings are happening was fucking crazy. It's just like this whole different mindset that he has to have in order to make his way in this world now. And just fucking that like scene where he finds out that his father has died, and it's just, you see the realization set in on him. They're like, oh, no one's gonna come and save me now. This is just how my life is, and I need to fucking figure out how to deal with it at this point. And unfortunately, he's not able to, which is very sad.
Yeah, I think what probably fucked me up the most about this movie was just the pride of the character in all of it. Where there were a couple like random civilians that are like, kid, you're probably just better off apologizing to that lady and going back. And I really thought he would. I thought, like, for the betterment and the health of his sister, he would be like, yeah, shit, they're right, I should probably... Which, you know, considering we saw how the movie started, obviously that was, like, the end. We knew that wasn't going to happen, but just... I thought, like, he cared so much for his sister, he'd be like, oh, yeah, I probably should. I should go, you know, do this so I could, you know, help save my sister. And he just doesn't do it. And I think... that doesn't detract from the movie, even though it sounds like I'm saying that. If anything, it just goes to show, like, it shows his character where he's like, I've got to be the person that could take care of her. I've got to do things my way. You know, this is my life. I choose how I want to live it. And ultimately, in the end, it ends up getting him and his sister killed. But it's also, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's, like, squarely their fault. It is also just a product of war and, like, environment and all that kind of stuff, too. So, Jackson?
Oh, okay. It's being passed to me now. Yeah, no, I think this movie is absolutely beautiful. I love a lot of it. It is very small in scope. It tells you immediately what it is right when the movie starts, and it's basically just watching what comes of what you're initially shown, so it's not trying to hide anything to you. I think, unlike Tanner, it's very well paced. I think they do a good job of just like keeping the ball rolling. You get to see those clips of, you know, the ghost of our main character, watching them progress. We get to see little snippets of things he's doing behind the scene that just give a lot of context, and I think it adds a lot too. It's a very immersive feeling movie. I don't know how to describe it really. It's very interestingly structured in that way. They do some cool things with time. I never felt bored. I think it was really engrossing throughout the entirety of it, especially because you know what's going on. You know, you're just basically waiting for the next bad thing to happen to them at points, and of course that just kept coming and didn't stop. I'm also the only one I think that isn't watching this blind, but it had been a while. It had been like 5 years probably since I had last watched this movie, and I've forgotten a lot about it, but it still hit pretty hard. I don't think it hit as hard as the first time I watched it, but it's still a fantastic movie. I think it does a really good job with its small scope. I think for the time too, it's very well animated. It's a really pretty movie. It's got really gorgeous backgrounds like you'd expect from a Ghibli film. The animation of the characters is incredible too. Like just the subtle facial changes they do constantly, super well done. Especially the sister, her acting, like the voice acting for her, just the way they animate her. She just feels like a real to life child, and it really makes it so much harder to watch this happen because it genuinely does just feel like it's an animated thing, you know. But I think the movie does such a good job with the immersion of it that it really does just feel like you're watching two motherfuckers die to war and starvation. It's really tragic. But yeah, overall, I think I really liked it. I think honestly one of the bigger things that's holding it back is just like its scope. It's a smaller movie, I guess, in that regard. I don't really know what else it would have changed. It's a great movie though. Big fan.
I really don't have any problems with the scope at all for it. I definitely appreciate just how small it is, honestly. Like, I would have fucking hated it if they introduced some stupid Ghibli bullshit like they do in every one of their films, where it's like, I don't know, some fucking witch appears and whisks them off to a storybook or some shit. I would have hated that, but yeah, them keeping it much more real to life is something that I liked a lot.
I will say, there were a couple things that you mentioned, Jackson. It was really interesting to watch the progression of the story where they started out and it's like, oh, they're kids of an officer, so they're gonna be okay, and so life looks like it's gonna be good for a while, and like maybe everything will turn out fine. And then, you know, then they downgrade. And then you just kind of watch the progression of the the decline of like their quality of life. And eventually when they move into like that shelter, it's like, oh, they're able to find food, they're able to do this, they're able to do that. The movie, like, does a really good job of setting you up for hope, and then, like, some tragic event happens, and then you have to get used to the new norm, and that just keeps happening. And it's almost like the movie's building up hopeful expectations in the audience, so that the mood of dread and despair like I was experiencing happens, where it's like, oh, well, I guess it makes sense that things wouldn't last that long, and, you know, it's a real, like, it's a good roller coaster of emotions, I would say. I think it was a very interesting setup.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not even like the bad stuff just comes out of nowhere or anything like that either. Like, they're setting it up throughout the whole film. You get this slow progression of, like, even just, like, at the fucking beach when they're, like, you know, swimming around the water. Like, they don't draw attention to it or anything, but you can see it, like, the little girl is, like, developing rashes and stuff on her body. And they're like, this is a bad sign for things to come. And just like, one of the most heartbreaking things about it is like, it is all so preventable. It's like the doctor said, like, the only problem is that she doesn't have food. That's it. Like, if they could just get some good meals in their stomachs, they'd be golden. But yeah, it's become such a valuable resource at this point that they just can't do it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting at with why I was hoping, and like, I think the audience was expecting that the kid would just go back to live with their aunt, but alas.
Alrighty, fellas, do we have anything else to say about, I was about to say Spirited Away, about Grave of the Fireflies?
No.
I will say, I think this movie does do a good job of just, like, painting the reason why they don't go back to their aunt. That being, they don't do it, like, they don't fucking just, like, yell it in your face. Well, obviously they're being, like, verbally berated, they're being, you know, abused mentally in that regard, which is just not an environment. Like, the fucking aunt told the sister that her mom died. That is so crass. You know, you don't fucking do that, man. Yeah. She crossed so many lines, but also they're just fucking starving the kids too. They stole the rice that they bought from their mother's possessions and then used it to feed the aunt's daughter and her husband, and they're feeding the kids fucking nothing. Like, the whole reason the daughter's in this, not the daughter, but the sister's in this position is because they're being so underfed that she started developing these things at that place because they're being fucking starved. And it's just sad, you know? The kids really had no other option there. And I think it's just a very tragic movie. Oh, one thing we didn't talk about too is the score. This movie's score is fantastic as well. It's a high production Ghibli movie, so you'd expect that, but it does a really good job. It really just feels, you just get those senses of despair in all sorts of moments. And I really like that final shot too, where they're looking over like a modern Japan at the time. I think it's really pretty and poignant to what they're trying to go for. Mm-hmm. And I've also just think it's fucking sad. The kid's bringing his mom's ashes everywhere they go, and then he starts bringing his sister's ashes all the way up into the end. You know, it's just, there's a ton of like subtle, small little details to this movie that really add to its overall charm.
Yeah. Well, alrighty, fellas. If that's everything we have to say about Grave of the Fireflies, I'm going to be sticking at my A.
Samesies.
I'm gonna stick with my A-.
I'm sticking at my A+, and it lands at an A.
Yippee!
Of course, speaking of A-tier movies, we've got Tanner's pick this week, that being the 2018 film The Cloverfield Paradox. Tell us about it.
Dude, The Cloverfield Paradox is about this team of space shuttle people who are doing an experiment to get infinite free energy, and they accidentally teleport themselves into an alternate dimension, and things get really fucky-wucky for them. Fun fact, the character Volkov is named after Russian cosmonaut Vladislav Volkov, who was one of the only 3 people to die in space.
Huh. That's an interesting fun fact. That's one I'll have to simmer with a little bit and then get back to you on whether or not it's good.
Okay.
Tanner, what'd you rank this film?
I'm sitting at, now, listen, this is a notoriously, hated film and whatever, and people say it's shit. I kind of liked it, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at a B+.
Oh, okay.
Hot damn. Dylan, how about you?
I'm also at a B+.
Wow, I'm at a C-. Jackson, how about yourself?
I'm at a C+.
Okay.
This movie is certainly shit on. It's got terrible reviews. I don't think it's that fucking bad. There are certainly bad qualities to the movie. I think the concept was interesting. During the watching of it, I thought the first 30, 40 minutes of the movie were pretty solid. I think they built up a good amount of intrigue. And it's a well-shot movie, and for the most part, it's well acted, I would say. But it just is kind of fucking boring. They don't do enough with the concept, I don't think. It's just pretty whatever to me at the end of the day, with some minor gripes I've got, one of them being, I don't know what the fuck any of their names are. It's the guy with the stupid name. I hate that guy. That guy's so fucking annoying. He's just dropping one-liners at the worst times. I was genuinely cheering on that motherfucker's death. Holy fuck, I hated that guy.
Not a good addition to the movie.
But yeah, genuinely, it's because the movie's also so boring. They try to set up a lot of these emotional sequences, and I just felt genuinely nothing about any of them. It all just fell pretty flat to me. But it's a well-shot movie. It's got some good CGI. It's fun to look at, I guess.
I'd wager a lot of the hate for this film stems from the fact that they threw the Cloverfield title onto it. Because it's it just has next to nothing to do with it, and you can feel where they fucking shoehorned in the connections too. They're pretty rough. Just the entire fucking subplot with the dude back on Earth is fucking worthless.
Yeah,
it just serves to connect it to the rest of the Cloverfield films. And then just the ending as well is really stupid. But, for the most part, it is kind of just a basic sci-fi film. But a lot of the problems with it just kind of stem from how fucking stupid a lot of these characters are. And just how fucking... It seemingly just kind of have to chalk up a lot of the events of it to ooh, spooky space magic. Because how the fuck does the hand know where the shit is at? Why does it have any of this information? Fucking why does the airlock open up to free that one guy seemingly for no reason whatsoever? Why does that one dude, when he sees that all these magnetic shit is being pulled over this wall, just go over there and try and check it out instead of getting the fuck out of there? They're being stupid, okay? It's just a lot of dumb horror shit.
Yeah, I agree with pretty much everything Jackson said. I actually like the premise of it, and when they are sticking to that premise, I think it's good. The Cloverfield shit is fucking stupid. Really what this movie needs to do is they need to double down on the thing that was actually interesting, which was like body horror in space. Like maybe not all, there's probably some I was whatever on, but most of the body horror stuff, I was like, okay, this is actually cool, and I think it's actually kind of scary, especially seeing how the crew is reacting to this crazy shit. They should have had more of it in the movie. By like the last couple of people who die, it's just like them getting shot by someone or whatever. I want more freaky stuff happening in the movie.
Yeah, I will say, to be completely, like, transparent, I rated this a B+. I'm not actually sure what I would want to rate this. B+ just sounded good. I did have a coworker tell me that they thought this was the best Cloverfield movie out of all of them, and I'm like, no, dude, the basement one is the best movie. He's like, oh, I thought that one was bad. I'm like, you're wrong for that. Anyway, back to my thoughts on this movie. Yeah, well, I can't say unsurprisingly. I surprisingly agree with a lot of what you guys are saying. I do definitely think this movie underutilized its plot and environment. And honestly, I felt more tension when the lady at the end was killing them than when the ship was doing its things. Like, I definitely feel like they didn't lean into the paradox thing as much. And I definitely agree with Nico. I think the dude being back on the planet, you know, trying to check on his wife, I thought that was completely irrelevant to the plot, and at the end of the movie, it didn't actually matter at all. And then the whole, like, subplot of, like, we need you to, or the wife trying to go back down to the planet to see her family, and they're trying to tie it to, like, oh, I just need to save them because I know the plans for the house and it's bad. I think that's, I'm not gonna assume for Jackson, but what I took from what he said was, they tried to make me feel emotion in that moment, like how much she cares for her family, but considering the fact they didn't really know where they were going, I didn't feel anything. That scene didn't work on me, like none of her emotional, like, I'm not saying I didn't feel bad, but like trying to make me feel bad for her losing her family wasn't really there just because of how all over the place this movie was. And I also agree with Jackson, that guy that was just with the one-liners and bad jokes, bad lines, all that kinds of stuff, completely unnecessary. You can have a character like that in these movies, but that character just wasn't well executed. Yeah, the pacing was a little weird. It was fine, I guess, but yeah, this movie had a lot of potential, and it just didn't hit that potential for whatever reason. But
by the way, that entire fucking part where she's like, oh, I really want to go back to the planet and like see my family and like, you know, to warn them about like what's gonna happen, as well as just like fucking literally at the end of the movie, she just sends a message back to them. She could have done that the entire time, apparently, and they just never think of that possibility. Also, they have escape pods that can bring them back to the planet. The other lady can just go back to the planet. She doesn't have to be trapped in their dimension. She doesn't have to be there when they fucking go back. She can just escape anytime she wants, seemingly.
Yeah, there's just so many contrivances in this movie. And I think Volkov dying in the way that he did, it's like Tanner was saying, like the freaky shit, that's what this movie should be. Just missed opportunities. I don't know. Does anybody else have anything to say about the Cloverfield paradox?
Honk shoe.
Yeah, not a great one, but not as bad as I was expecting at the very least.
Yeah, I still think it looked
better
nice.
than OG Cloverfield for me.
That's valid, dude. I remember that movie being way better when I first watched it, but I was a wee little lad, and I didn't know anything about movies. I still don't know anything about movies, but you know.
I feel like you rated the original one highly.
I think I gave it a B-. I gave it a B-.
You did, dude. That's honestly lower than I thought it was.
Oh, you gave it a D+, that's why you say highly.
Yeah, Cloverfield. The OG Cloverfield, not fucking good. That movie's bad. This one is generic, and the Cloverfield Lane one is pretty interesting with a bad ending. So far, it's got a mixed bag of reception for me. Are there more, or is this the most recent one?
Yeah, there are no more Cloverfield films right now.
Yeah, there are plans to make more, but this is the last one. Presumably because it didn't perform well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that you said the thing you did about the ending, too. I'm pretty sure that monster at the very end is supposed to be the monster from the first Cloverfield, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's too big.
I don't know, maybe. I'm pretty sure...
Its head was like in low atmosphere.
Dude, it could be standing on a mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, do you consider that? Taylor?
I could see a hypothetical film that actually does manage to tie these three together. I don't think it's an impossible task for what that's worth.
I feel like that's the intention. I feel like the whole the whole Cloverfield thing is supposed to entail these are somehow all happening in like the same universe somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, what?
Listen.
What is this thing you're saying? I think the reason they're naming them the same thing is because they're supposed to be related to one another.
Well, dude, obviously this movie takes place in a different dimension.
No, it doesn't. This film is like explaining why the monsters appeared on the plane in the first place.
But they're in another dimension for majority of the movie.
Let's just move on.
Okay.
One must say, I do think it's interesting, just like the Cloverfield series, I suppose, as a whole, is that all of these movies are very differently structured. Like, all three of these feel like different genres. Like, one's like a found footage horror movie, this one's like a fucking, like, sci-fi horror movie, and the middle one is like a fucking like drama thriller almost.
Yeah.
Which is very strange, and like the only real connection they have is that it's like some sci-fi shit's going on Earth. Like Earth is in some like apocalyptic time. But like, why even have that connection? Like, why? I don't get it. Maybe it would need to see a fourth movie to see the vision here, but genuinely I don't really see why they're trying to link these up at all. Especially like the first and the third one seem, you know, I can see what they're trying to do there, but the second one just feels like such a fucking non sequitur to me. Like, why is that a Cloverfield movie?
It's just them trying to make money. They were like, oh, people recognize the name Cloverfield.
And I just think that's lame. People shouldn't do that. C+.
I agree. Many such cases.
Yeah, we need the fourth one to be a spaghetti western.
There we go. I don't know what that means.
That'd be pretty epic.
Dude, I attributed this movie a lot to Pandorum and Event Horizon. That's the vibes it gave me.
Dude, I wish this movie was just another version of Event Horizon.
That would honestly make sense.
Because, like, my big thing with Event Horizon was I was like, dude, this is so close to being something really fucking cool. I want this kind. I want a sci-fi, like, trapped on a spaceship horror, like, body horror movie. I want a really good one, and we haven't found it yet.
Dude, they need to make a Dead Space movie. That would do it.
By the way, Tanner, at some point I made the grand statement that Guardians of the Galaxy is the best sci-fi trilogy of all time. And you scoffed at that. Can you now that we've got another one under our belt here, can you think of another one that could beat Guardians of the Galaxy?
I mean, the original Star Wars trilogy.
Obviously incorrect. Can you think of anything else?
A sci-fi trilogy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I can think of any other trilogies.
The point stands then. Guardians of the Galaxy, they won the gold. Congrats, I'm sticking my C- for this one.
The original Star Wars trilogy.
Did you see what we all ranked that shit? Fuck you, Tanner.
Anyway, I am going to also... I'll knock my ranking down like half, or however many you counted as. I'm going from a B+ to a B. A half step or something.
Yeah, I think I'll join Dylan and go down one to a B. Part of it is just like me being like, dude, I wish I liked this so much more.
Yeah, the concept is cool. It's poorly executed, which we say about a lot of movies.
Yeah.
This is also a B- movie, which we also say about a lot of movies.
True.
I think I put this in B+ to be funny, to be quite honest. That was half my ranking.
Curious. Anyways, the last movie we watched this week was Nico's pick, that being the 1999 film The Green Mile.
Alrighty, folks, so The Green Mile is a film about Tom Hanks recounting his time working as a prison guard, in which his prized UTI was stripped from him in exchange for immortality before he cruelly executed an innocent magical black man. Tanner, what's your fun fact?
Fun fact, oh boy, I can't remember. Oh, Michael Clark Duncan, the guy who plays Sean Coffey, was similar height to Brutus and shorter than Warden Howell. So they had to use creative camera angles and tricks to make him look so much taller. For example, Tom Hanks frequently had to stand in a ditch.
Good fun fact, I like that.
That guy's usually pretty big too, that's shocking to find out.
Yeah, I did actually watch them behind the scenes thing. It's funny seeing the little rigs they had. Like, there was a section where they're walking him down the block and they just had him standing on, like, fucking crates. It's very funny.
Fun. All right, I am ranking this one at an S-. Dylan, how about you?
I am very close to that. I gave it an A+.
Dude, I'm also at an A+.
I guess I'm a hater. I'm just at a solid A.
Me and Tanner are in sync this week, dude.
Piece of shit.
I think-
Guys, another question here for you. Did this film make you cry?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
No.
Damn.
Do you two just not have hearts or something? What's the fucking deal?
I feel
kinda
like
agree
it's
with the
well
Firefly.
established I don't cry at movies.
We'll find one eventually.
The Iron Claw?
Oh, yeah.
I think the saddest part of this movie for me was, of course, just the classic scene where the guy is more afraid of the dark than he is of his own death. That almost got me. I definitely felt very emotional during some scenes, but it never brought me to tears.
I cried when they put him in the electric chair.
Same here, dude. Same. That entire sequence, just
Yeah.
from like when fucking Tom Hanks is talking to him in the jail cell up through when they're actually going through at the execution, I was just fucking whimpering the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the talk he has with Coffee, whatever his first name is, John.
John.
Prior to actually like walking him down the block to the chair. It's such a tragic sequence of events. Like the whole 15 minutes sequence was fantastic.
Yeah, this is one of the rare movies where it took its time and kept its pace, and I couldn't even be mad at it. I think the time used in dialogue and narrative was very well used. I think the way in which this movie went about everything was super nice. I thought it was very interesting how the characters handled this guy just having magic healing powers from God, basically, and how they basically were just, not necessarily freaking out. Which at the same time was kind of weird. Like, they didn't have any disbelief. And just, I like how in this movie the guards were like, how can we use this guy for good? And just trying to figure it out. And then, the scene where the murderer guy who's being a real handful touches him and he has flashes. And then we find out later that's the guy that did the horrible things to those two girls. So, the violence we had seen enacted upon him, where it was essentially killing two birds with one stone, was very justified. And I just like how those two characters got their just desserts and how everything in this movie worked out in just a really neat fashion. But yeah, I think the character development between all the characters is great. I think the acting between everybody is great. Very funny they have, the generic old guy from, The Walking Dead and all those movies in here. He fits his role in this movie accordingly to those other ones very well. Yeah, they really, I think another part that almost got me is when the guy with the mouse was executed. They did a really good job setting up the emotion behind all of these characters. And just really making you feel the intensity in the movie when things were happening. I definitely was like, man, the way this guy's dying right now is so undeserved, and this prison guard guy is a piece of shit, and they very much set him up in the movie to just be such a hated character. And I like the poetry. Where he was supposed to be transferred out of the prison to go work at that mental hospital or whatever, and he ends up at the mental hospital, but he's a patient instead of whatever, a receptionist or whatever. I thought that was perfect poetry. I loved that shit.
Yeah, really poetic stuff. Yet second execution was just fucking horrific.
Yeah, that was
really rough. Yeah, this film does a really good job of humanizing these characters who, for the most part, have done really horrific things. And I think it's a good thing that the film really doesn't focus on what specific crimes these men have committed, and it's just much better off for it. Just because if they did, that would absolutely risk us not feeling for them during those moments. It would make it very difficult to sympathize for them if we knew that guy fucking just murdered a classroom full of children or some shit like that. But also the film respects the audience understanding that these men are on death row to begin with, so they must have done something really bad. But despite that, the executions are still incredibly grim, and we feel very bad for them. Something I'm curious to hear, guys. Would you want to witness an execution? Let's say a criminal murders your fucking child or something. Would you want to see their execution? Tanner, you're not allowed to kill them.
I wasn't even going to say that. I was just going to say yes.
Okay. I was fully expecting you to say, no, I'd put a bullet in his head myself.
No, that's you flanderizing me again.
I think I was telling this to Jackson. It's like, I can maybe understand the modern version of executions with lethal injections. I don't understand why or how they let people in to watch Death by Electric Chair. I think that shit's fucked.
I don't think there's much of a meaningful difference between the two.
I just...
If anything, I'd prefer going back to, like, firing squads or hangings.
I definitely disagree with that. I think that's worse than the electric chair. I just don't want to be in the presence of somebody I know is about to die. Maybe that's just a personal thing, it's a moral thing, whatever. I can't.
Why does the injection matter, though?
I didn't say I would do it. I didn't say I'd still show up. I just said if I was to choose between electric chair and lethal injection, I'd probably go with lethal injection. But, like, I still wouldn't want to be there.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be there either. I just think I'd feel some sense of, like, moral responsibility to, like, see it through, I guess.
I don't know. I do like how this movie almost paints it as John being wrongfully, obviously framed because of the time period. And just how he's willing to write out whatever's happening because it's in the goodness of his heart to just be the person that helps other people. And like Nico was saying at the end of the movie, or Jackson was saying at the end of the movie, where it was like the talk that he was having, where it's like, I can't stand to be in this world anymore. There's so much hate and pain, and it just feels like, I think the words he used was like glass constantly pressing into my head, and it just goes to show they're painting the picture of the world we live in, but he's interpreting it through empathy, and just, his character setup was great, I guess.
Glass pressing into his head. He can perform miracles. Do you guys think John Coffey is a Christ figure?
I think it'd be
he's
wrong
black.
to kick this man off the podcast. This man has never heard of Black Jesus before, clearly.
Hot take. I'm wondering if you guys agree with this. I think this movie would actually be more interesting, like to think about, if John Coffey was guilty.
I agree.
Yeah, I guess, because I was sitting through the whole movie being like, I have a really strong feeling this guy's just being persecuted because he's black. But yeah, I think that would make it.
I don't know.
I think that would make it more
I get that's what they want you to think, but like, I have a feeling, in a real life scenario where like it is this mob of people just wandering upon this giant holding bloody girls, I have a feeling his race doesn't matter in that scenario.
I don't know. I saw that and I was taking in the information and I didn't think that at all. That it wasn't my first thought anyway.
Well, so if you do that, though, there is a problem that it loses the angle of Tom Hanks's character having to deal with, like, the moral dilemma of, like, well, I know this man is innocent, and yet I have to execute him regardless. And
which was pretty strong to the movie, I agree.
It's definitely a bit of a trade-off. I guess it's a pretty straightforward trade-off, because I was kind of thinking that, I mean, I have some amount of movie literacy, so I knew he was going to be innocent, but I was also thinking to myself, I do think it's more interesting wrestling with this idea of like, oh, he has this power that he can totally use for some great good, but like something happened that made him do this horrible thing, and how do you wrestle with that?
Yeah, because then that would also like remove the one guy that got added halfway through the movie, and like then what?
Why would it need to remove him?
Because he's the one that actually committed the crime.
Yeah, but you can just have that not be the case.
Yeah, but I guess what purpose would he really serve?
He's a crazy evil guy.
Yeah,
I guess so.
We just have him.
I do think a funnier bit to this movie. So in a weird way, he was the comic relief. I don't know. That sounds really morbid, but it's so funny because he's like a child where they want to do bad things and they will publicly do bad things, and then they whine and throw a fit and throw a tantrum and apologize profusely when when the consequences are thrust upon them. And that's just who this guy was. He's just doing all this shit, and then by the time they want to put him in the padded room, he's like, oh no, I'm sorry. I just thought that shit was golden. I think that was a good character bit that we needed.
I'm happy Dylan mentioned that, because we've been talking a lot about like the doom and gloom of this film, which is easy to latch onto, but a pretty good portion of this film is also much more lighthearted and pretty comedic as well, which is something I really don't hear anyone talk about when it comes to this film.
Yeah. I'm also gonna echo your guys' other positives. Yeah, the performances are really good. It makes you think. It's got really good characters, really well-defined characters that are easy to glom onto. Fantastic pacing for a 3-hour film. I think the pacing here is outstanding. One thing I really appreciate is I think it actually approaches the death penalty in a very mature way, where it isn't just like wagging its finger at you as the audience and saying the death penalty is bad always. You know, it's like it is leaving room for being like maybe this is a legitimate function of the justice system, but it's like introducing maybe this little edge case to maybe get you to question that, while also ultimately not really condemning the institution outright.
Yeah, and along those lines, and I don't know if I could call it subverting expectations, but I feel like if anybody goes into like a prison setting, they expect, you know, abusive guards, poor conditions, poor treatment, you know, XYZ. I like how this movie doesn't do that, and in fact, all the guards are like, and I wouldn't say they explicitly state it, but it does get to a point where there's a line along the lines of, these guys are already dying and are like ruminating on what they've done. We don't need to treat them worse than how they already feel. And I thought that was perfect. I think it was a really good character addition that we needed. Especially, I think it was Tom Hanks' character, but especially for his character, just to show where he is in the headspace of things. I do think that, because Shawshank Redemption was kind of this way too. It was probably a little bit more strict and, you know, maybe a little more harsh. But it goes with the lightheartedness that we were just talking about, where you have these guards, they care about the inmates, they're trying to keep them healthy. You know, these guys are about to die, let's treat them like human beings until then. And this other guy is a piece of shit for trying to, you know, do the things he's doing. And, I really appreciated that tone of the movie, where it's like, prisons don't have to be bad. Now, is it realistic to say whether or not they are? I have no clue. I've never been to one. But I do like it in this movie. I think it's a nice touch.
Well, guys, do we have any final thoughts on Green Mile? The Green Mile?
Great movie. Love this movie.
Did Jackson get to talk about it?
I don't think I literally said a single word this entire review. What
Why
you guys
is that?
said. I don't know. I just never found a good spot to jump in. I think my only real gripe, and it's still kind of just a minor one, like I think this movie's fantastic. I think the acting is probably one of the best parts of it. Kept it very engaging. The pacing too, like Tanner said, was fantastic. I didn't feel bored at any point. It's a little goofy though, which took me out of it at times a bit, I would say, with the mysticism stuff. I get what they're going for, but you know, a little goofy. There's some comedy scenes, like Nico was saying, that feel a little bit like, you know, I don't know if they fit super well in this movie. You know, you could say they're like a point of brevity or something with the dark undertones, but for me, I don't know, I wasn't crazy about most of them, I wouldn't say. It's still a very solid movie for me though. It was a sleeper. Stephen King used to keep writing stories about prison.
Yeah.
There you go. Dude, this might just be me being internet brain rotted, but like when he healed the wife and he's just like open mouth kissing her, I am just like, okay, Stephen
Dude, he's
King,
cucking
why?
you right now. The big black man is literally cucking you right in front of your eyes.
I wasn't taking it that far, but I was like, okay, Stephen King, this was a intentional decision on your part to have the magic work like this time, when he doesn't do this any other time
I do think that if you were to say, Dylan, what is the most unbelievable scene in this entire movie, I would probably say the fact that the warden guy is okay with this big black man walking into his room with his wife and immediately starts kissing her.
Yeah.
It's just so not believable. He doesn't try to stop him.
I guess I'm just gonna ride this one out, see what happens.
He's going off of the word of, like, the 3 guards that are in charge of him, like, so I guess there's that, but, like, I don't know if I can fully ride
And that's
with
not
that.
a negative at all. It's just a funny little thing that makes you go like, well, that was a choice.
This is another minor thing for me as well, is I'm not crazy with the speed they kind of just wrapped up a lot of arcs, that being clearing John's name, killing the actual guy, and then getting the main antagonist, the fucking dickhead, thrown into a mental asylum. You know, it all happened very quickly and basically like one coup de grace. I don't know. I They set up so much with all of these characters, and then it feels like a little bit anticlimactic to me the way they finish them all off, but that's just me.
To me at least, it felt like a build-up and release, where, the guard has been a dickhead the entire movie, we've seen that. The other guy is just a murderous piece of shit, and so in his character's mind, it just made sense to, which we haven't seen him do it before, which was kind of interesting, but just to take the curse, or whatever you want to call it, from the wife, the illness, and just give it to the guard. I thought it was fine, personally, but I do also think it's weird how usually mysticism in movies that are pretty much based in reality are kind of a little off. I do like how in this movie it's not so wacky or out there that it ruins the movie, which, none of us have said that either, so I'm glad to see, the fact that this man just has magical healing powers didn't ruin the movie in any sort of way.
Our first time reactions to seeing him do that, though, was very funny.
Yeah. It was, the first time was like, what the fuck? They're just gonna straight up say he has god healing powers, and then, but, fine movie. Fine.
Well, alrighty, fellas, and with that, I'm sticking with my S-. I like this film a lot.
I'm still gonna stick with my A+. I don't think it's quite as good as Shawshank Redemption.
I'm also sticking at my A.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. I'm going to stick with my A+.
Based.
And it lands at an A+ overall.
Let's go.
Whoa. So close.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jackson, you've watched Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2. There couldn't possibly be any other movie you'd ever want to watch in the entire world, so what's it gonna be?
Live action or animated?
All right.
Live action.
So, I have an inkling of an idea of what the animated film could be, and I think that's the good one. The problem is I don't really particularly want to see that movie. So, I'm going to go live action.
Oh.
It was not the Uma Musume movie, Nico. It was not the Uma
You knew
Musume.
exactly what I was thinking.
It was Bambi. The live action one was Bambi.
Oh.
Live action was Bambi?
No, the animated one was Bambi. Sorry,
Okay.
The animated movie was Bambi, obviously. Which I did not like Bambi. I thought it was bad.
Yeah.
So you guys won, I guess. The good movie though is the 2016 movie Manchester by the Sea.
Okay.
Oh, we're getting
Fascinating.
a recent edition from me. Where is it? Fuck, do I even know what this movie is? I keep adding these movies and I don't have dates. The movie that got randomly selected is called Super Trooper. Let me see. Luckily it looks like it's just, it's a 2001 film. 2001 Super Trooper, I guess. It looks like it is also a trilogy. Awesome.
Super Troopers.
Or yeah, Super Troopers.
Another comedy for Jackson to not like.
Oh,
Have any of us rated comedies particularly well?
yeah.
Yes.
We've ranked comedies decently well in the past.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Weird Al and fucking not Superbad. Yeah, Superbad.
And of course, speaking of comedies and the Patreon pick of the week, we've got Tutbots. Ryan's World, the movie. Titan Universe Adventure, the 2024 film. How exciting.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I don't. God damn it!
That'll be a
Why,
fun one to watch.
Tutbot? Why would you make us suffer so?
And if you too would like to make Dylan suffer, then Dylan's gonna tell you all about how you can do that.
Alright, fuck you, Patreons, that's how. Anyway, for $1 a month, you get access to our Discord so you can request terrible movies just like Tutbot did. You get 500 slime coins to use for the slime bot. You can request topics like hopefully Tutbot doesn't do, because I can't imagine what's on that guy's mind. You also get access to the Patreon, when it's private at least. You get early access to the podcast whenever it's ready to go up. And you also get your name read out, just like I'm about to do right now. Thank you so much to GH, Slayed by J, Blake, Netigant, I Love Lesbians, Top Ramen Man, JFK and Marilyn Monroe's Rape Baby, Tutbot, Lucas Ledette, Hunter, and Jacob Edwards. Thank you all so much.
That's right, folks. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, or ring that bell, and we will be seeing you next time. Bye-bye!
Later!
Bye.